Good morning, everyone. I have always wanted to do a vlog, but I never found that perfect time to get started, and I figured, why not? Just start it anytime. And well, today is January 6th. It is 6:56 a.m. and I just dropped my husband off at work at I think it was at 6 in the morning. And then I drove over to a lab to drop off some specimens. And I just got home. Now it's my turn to start the day. I was folding laundry, was putting laundry away, and I just got a call from my husband that sick call. He was going to go to sick call today because his throat was hurting a lot. And no lights. I'm taking prednisone for the flare that happened. I have Crohn's disease, by the way, if I didn't mention that. I had a bit of a flare. So now that he's sick, he can't get me sick. It is 7:22 and I am leaving the house again to go pick him up, take him to somewhere else that he can get medical attention, and wait however long that takes to then come back and do my stuff. Well, I'm back in the car. It is 7:44. I just dropped him off at what I'm guessing is the medical clinic. And we don't know anything how long it's going to take. So now I'm just in the car waiting. In case you're wondering why this is happening, we only have the one car. And my husband does have an e-bike that he uses to go to and from work. But number one, it's raining, so it's not really safe. And number two, he did have to bring a tough box into work today. I had to drop him off, and because I needed the car because I had to go to the lab, this happens. But you make it work. So right now, I'm wondering what I can do on my phone, because I do have a home business that I kind of have on pause right now because I was sick for, I think I'm going on 4 weeks now. The first week was Crohn's symptoms. The second week was the URI. Third week was URI with Crohn's symptoms. And then I was told that third week that my remission was actually over. So I just came out of a 15-month remission, which was very, very nice. And hopefully it'll start up again soon. I have an infusion. I'm on Entyvio every 8 weeks. So I have an infusion next Monday. And that'll just make me feel sick for a couple days and then I'll be okay. I'm currently on prednisone for the flare. And I'm on inhalers for that stupid cough that is still around from the URI. My abdomen still is a little funky. I'm not in as much pain as I was before, and I definitely don't have the urgencies that I was having to go to the restroom, but I'm sore, definitely. So yeah, there's the cough. I was telling you that I have a home business that I have on pause because I've been pretty sick for 4 weeks. So I don't really know what I can do on my phone if I have to wait for a long period of time. Normally when my business is actually operational, I use my phone to talk to my customers. If I'm getting orders, I'll process those, get things together that I know that as soon as I get home, then I just put the package together, mail it out, things like that, or maybe schedule an appointment with somebody or get ready to go to somebody's house. I also freelance as a translator, a tutor, a linguist. At the moment, I have also on pause 2 contracts with kids that I tutor in English because of everything that's going on. I'm not currently seeing them, but I would also prepare material for them on my phone. Back in November, I finished a 1-year contract as a translator for somebody. If I had something to do there, then I would also work on the document on my phone. I always keep busy somehow. So when I have to wait 45 minutes to an hour, maybe even an hour and a half for my husband to come back, I always have something to do on my phone. But right now, this is the most downtime I've had because, like I said, I've been in remission for 15 months. So I always had something to do. And now that I'm in recovery, I can't really commit to anything because if I, for example, were to pick up again my contract with those kids, I would most likely have to cancel at the last minute because I'm stuck in the bathroom with a flare, or I feel too sick from the side effects of the medicines to be as happy as you're meant to be when you're around kids. One of the medicines gives me terrible shakes on my hand, so not really the best time for me to work with kids. It's been so long since I've had downtime that I don't even remember how I used to live when I was really sick. My worst flare ever was an intestinal bleed where I had 3 ulcers, so much inflammation that my intestine was bleeding. I couldn't eat anything. I would eat dry toast and I would instantly get pain, and then I would have to take my medicine for that, and I would still end up in the restroom a couple minutes later. And sorry for the TMI. If you wanted to skip ahead a couple seconds, I would go to the bathroom and it would just be blood. No stool, nothing. It was just blood. When I was like that, I didn't have my Crohn's diagnosis yet. I was still diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome. So the doctors that were seeing me at the time kept giving me antacids for a GI bleed. I laugh about it now, but I was in tears almost every day and I couldn't leave the house. I was stuck in the house for a good 5 to 6 months with some minimal outings to maybe the grocery store. My husband would try to take me places and I would just walk a couple feet and then probably use the wheelchairs that they have available in stores, and I would still use the restroom in the stores. It was not pleasant, so I just preferred staying home. After that, I got my diagnosis. I was put on 80 milligrams of prednisone for the inflammation, and about maybe 3 weeks after that, I started my first biologic, which was Remicade. And I was on Remicade for 2 years. That's what put me in remission, actually. But the side effects were too strong, and after those 2 years I started developing antibodies, and in my last infusion I actually got a pretty bad allergic reaction. I was starting to get hives everywhere, so they gave me IV Benadryl. I was out like a light. That infusion usually took 3 hours, and that day it took 6 hours. Because not only did I get an allergic reaction, but it was my first infusion in Hawaii. When I came here to Hawaii, the nurse insisted on using my hands and wrists, and I told her that I've been having IVs put on me since I was a kid, so I have a lot of scar tissue and they don't typically work anymore. So the first IV she tried was on my hand, and there was nothing working. The second IV was placed by a second nurse, and she put it on my wrist right here, and it blew after an hour. So a third nurse came over, and I'm not talking like I'm in a hospital. It was an infusion department, and the nurses were coming from wherever they were over to the infusion department to start my IV. The other one came over from the beach. I mean, he came in flip-flops and his scrubs, and he was the one who placed the IV on my elbow crease, and then that one worked. After that, my new doctor, switched me immediately over to Entyvio. Now the nurses come over to my house, and I have everything that I need. I have an IV pole in my house. I have a basket full of medical supplies. I get my medicine in the mail. Hopefully, if I continue this project, next Monday, I will vlog my infusion. Well, my husband just messaged me that he doesn't know how long it's going to take. Told him not to worry because I'm keeping busy. If I think of anything else that is worth talking about, I'll turn the camera back on. It is now 8:44 and he's not any closer to being done. So far, I did a pic collage and I checked some emails. I guess since he's not coming out anytime soon, I'm gonna reply to some messages that I have on social media. I didn't get to the messages because just a few minutes after I did that last part, my husband was actually on his way to the car. So I dropped him off, and then I caught some nice traffic on the way back, and now I'm home. It is 9:30, and I was gonna go immediately back to folding laundry, but I have to take my prednisone in about an hour, which means that I need to have something in my stomach, and I'm so not hungry that I'm just gonna have to push something in there. Don't judge me, but I'm having spaghetti squash left over from last night. Okay, somebody wants to say hi. Hi, Luna. I'm having leftover spaghetti squash and turkey meat for breakfast. I'm gonna call it my brunch, really. I mean, I know it's like almost 10 in the morning, but I'm just not craving breakfast stuff. And just in case you're also wondering, no, I'm not pregnant. And I talked to the doctor about it because I was even thinking I might have been, because I've never had morning sickness or nausea in the morning. And for the past maybe week, I haven't been able to have a good, healthy breakfast. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have this and maybe a little bit of avocado. Something else I've also been wanting to share for a really long time is the fact that we are switching over to glass bowls. I mean, the lid is plastic, but what can you do? This is a glass bowl. I saw that the spaghetti squash was actually in a plastic bowl, but we're trying to switch over to more earth-friendly options. So this is something I'm hoping to talk about in the near future. If you're also on that kick of trying to reduce waste in your home and have earth-friendly options, let me know if you want to talk about it. This isn't something I enjoy sharing with the public, but since I'm starting a vlog, I suppose I should be 100% honest about everything. It is 12:58 in the afternoon, and I actually fell asleep at like 10 to 11. I was waiting for an hour to pass by so I could test my blood sugar, and I started feeling sleepy, and I thought, well, you know, I don't feel like I'm gonna sleep. I thought it's just like those power naps that you sometimes take. And my husband messaged me at like 12:30, and when I look at the time, I go, no. But now I'm gonna see how my blood sugar is doing, because I'm very surprised that I just conked out, just out. Okay, I know there are many videos out there about glucometers or the little blood sugar machines, but I thought I would share with you what I use, just because I'm sharing everything about my life with you. This is from CareTouch. I got it off Amazon. There's nothing special about it, but I wanted to share with you how it works for me. I absolutely love it. It just stays really neat. Like, I took this in the car today, and it was just so simple. I mean, everything stays, whoops. I mean, this obviously isn't in place right now, but everything stays in place. So when I opened it in the car, I just took out the little alcohol swab, the little needle. Then I have the lancets here. These are what measure the glucose. And then the little machine. So just stick this in here. I'm still a little shaky from the medicine. I just stick this in here. Twist off the little protector. Expose the needle. Now, depending on which finger I'm gonna prick, I have it set for 4 right now. It has little numbers on it, so you know how hard the needle's gonna pop out. And then this one's for 5 and 5. So just disinfect finger. I take the other side and clean the little tip. Everything's supposed to be dry before you poke, so just dry. And then push this in to activate the machine. Once that comes out, poke my finger, and poke a little lower from the last poke. There's the blood, and already got it. See, it's just nothing. And it is at 96, which is not awful. But what really had you concerned was, I'll show you, the other day it was at 158, max is 140, and that day I was feeling weird, so That's why now I have to measure it. Just protect this. If you use needles at home, protect them for the people who pick up your garbage. Be nice, considerate, and that's it. Done. I'm telling you, I love this thing. If you're looking for a glucometer, Amazon. On to my medicines. This being my first vlog, I feel that I should clarify this is not my everyday. And if I actually do follow through with this project, you'll see that no single day is similar to the next. I did try for years because my husband and I have been married 6 years, so we've been doing the military life for 6 years. And I did try several different types of organization charts and schedules, routines. And if you're in the military life too, you know that it's very difficult to plan this lifestyle. But this is not my typical routine where I leave the house, don't come back until 9-ish, and then spend the rest of the day folding laundry. It is 11:30 at night. My face is really tight right now because this is a clay mask, so I can't really move my face. And this is how I'm ending my day. I wasn't able to vlog earlier because my husband came home early and he's actually not feeling well. So now it's my turn. Oh, my hands are shaking. Do you see this? Oh, I can't hold my phone. So now he's the one who's sick, and I'm the one who is cleaning the house, and I made him some chicken noodle soup, and I was making sure that he took all his medicines because he never gets sick. This is my last thing for tonight, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Oh, look at this. Oh, it hurts so much to smile. Good night, everybody.